This video is going to cover the Metformin contrast radiology order check routine. Basically, you're going to get a warning anytime a contrast order is put in with a patient who's taking metformin, either as a home medication or who has metformin on the as an active order on the MAR. There's three parts to this video. I'll be covering how to an order entry, how to complete a contrast order and show you the new changes that you'll see. The second part is the MAR, how to document a 48-hour metformin hold. And the third part will be on the work list, how to document the assessment called whole metformin times 48 hours, which is supposed to automatically appear once a provider enters a contrast order. So we'll start with part one, putting in an order. You can see already I have several just because I've been testing with this patient and working out all the kinks. So we'll go with new orders. This is obviously from the nursing side, putting a verbal order in. So I'm going to go to category, abdomen with contrast. And so we'll ignore all these down here, but the top one is the one we're working with, the stat order, reason for exam, abdominal pain, and I'm going to tab off to the next field. Now we have next or submit. I'm going to click next, and you'll see that we get this message. The following reflex sets were loaded. Lab set for CT MRI with contrast. We click close, and then from the top you'll see associated data. This patient has a BUN and creatinine lab already, and you see the results up here. It's important to look and make sure that the creatinine and BUN are in the normal range. If they're outside of the normal range, we're going to have to contact radiology or the provider to notify them. Usually it's going to be the provider, and notify them that it's not within the normal range to see if they want to continue the order or hold it. If you have any questions, you can call radiology and they can give you more information on their protocols and policies. Down here, if they did not have a BUN creatinine order, or if the provider just wants a more recent one, you can just click stat right down here and fill in what you would like to do for the BUN and the creatinine. I'm going to skip that part here just so we can focus in on the MAR and the work list. So I will click next. So kind of ignore all these duplicates here. What you're going to see is a message, a rule message: withhold metformin for administration of iodinated contrast agents and for at least 48 hours thereafter. So whoever's putting in the order will have to override this, say physician order, just put the comment that the ordering provider is aware that the metformin will be held, and then you'll see here new order, whole metformin times 48 hours once. It's a reflex order, and then here's the CT contrast order. So we'll submit. And then if you want to review the orders, you can do that there. So I'm going to go over to the work list, and you have to be a little bit patient and maybe refresh a couple of times. I'm noticing it's been taking a little time for this order to pop up. And so I've refreshed 3 or 4 times, and here it is, whole metformin times 48 hours. So when we view this, or actually we'll go now, document. You can see it's just got 2 questions. Is the patient on metformin? Yes or no. Is the metformin held? Yes or no. So since I have not held it on the MAR yet, I'm going to get back out of this. I'm not going to document this yet because I would prefer to hold it first so that I can answer that metformin held with a yes. So I'm going to go over to the MAR, and for best practices, instead of clicking over here and doing a not given, which we'd have to do for 4 shifts if it's going to be 48 hours, it's better to click over here and hold, because we can actually tell it 48 hours ahead. So right now it's about 1 p.m. on the 12th. So we're going to go 13/14, hold date until Thursday, July 14th. We'll say 1:05. So 13:05. Okay. Resume date, I'm just going to put the same day, maybe 5 minutes later. 13:10. That's when we would want to resume it. Comments, you could put comments in there. Of course, we got to fill in the requesting provider. And the source. So as you can see here, the status of the Metformin is red and unacknowledged, and this is because the pharmacy is going to have to address the changes that you've made to hold that medication. If you go to the comment section, comment bubble tells us right here, it's got an audit trail, resume, date, time added, order is held, and resume, date, time added. So I've gone ahead and clicked acknowledged right here, and now I'm going to go back to the work list and chart. Click now, document. Now I can answer yes to patient on Metformin, and for held I can put yes, and I'm going to put a comment in here with the Metformin held, and just go ahead and tell it held on MAR through Thursday 7/14 at 13:05, awaiting pharmacy verification. And now that that's done, I've completed all the steps I need to complete for the Metformin contrast radiology order check. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact the manager of your department or radiology or pharmacy, or Francis or myself, and we will work together to help you out in any way we can. Thank you.